Hello, this is Anna from Baby of the AAV channel and welcome back to my channel. Massive thank you to those of you who have subscribed. I really do appreciate it. This is now my third video and it's probably going to be much shorter than the other two. I'm going to show my whip because I'm ready to move my frame, my fuchsias. That's the one I've been working on since Thursday, last time I've shown it to you. And I have my FF4, my box of delights. It's fully finished. I'm going to show you that one. And I also got my fabric for this Kingdom of Books. I'll show you, so I'll talk about this as well. So starting with my whips, last time I spoke to you on a Thursday, I thought I had it all planned. I've done the house chores on a Wednesday. I thought, brilliant, I can just sit and stitch for the rest of the Thursday night and then whole Friday and part of Saturday until my friends come over. Didn't happen. I finished recording the video, started uploading. By the way, I don't know what's wrong with it. I have fiber optics. I have really quick internet in my house, Virgin fiber optics. It takes 90 minutes to upload a video on YouTube. And then I found a way to insert the two pictures and I had to reprocess the whole video again. So it's taken me until 5 p.m. from 2 to 5 to sort the video out, but I was doing other house stuff at the time. Uploaded it and I started to feel quite unwell, and by 7 o'clock I was in bed with a really severe migraine. Slept for 14 hours. There was no stitching on Thursday at all, and then Friday I felt like a train wreck. If you ever had a migraine, you know what I mean. It's like, I guess the closest equivalent if you ever had a very severe hangover and you can feel the repercussions of that hangover days afterwards. I never had a hangover, but that's what people say it feels like. I don't know. But with my migraine, because I had to take Migralev, anti-nauseous as well, every 4 hours, and then I switched from pink to yellow. I had to take them for the entire Friday. By the time first friends came over on Friday, I could talk. I could just about be coherent, but I still struggle to formulate. When I get my migraines, I don't know why I get them. No one in my family does. I first started them at 18, was about 18, and I had my cancer, so they think it's linked to hormones. That's the only explanation any doctor ever gave me. And I used to have them much worse when I did my PhD and my postdoc. I guess because there was more stress. They say teaching job is stressful, but it's a different kind of stress. And I think it might be light related and sound related for me, more than smell. For some people it's smell, for me it's the light and the sound. And on Thursday I had my dentist appointment. I had my hygienist to clean my teeth with ultrasound, and I do have really good hearing. I actually have a hearing like I should not have it at my age. I'm over 30 and I have a hearing of a 16-year-old. How do I know it? I teach physics and I do talk about the ultrasound and the normal hearing range. So if you're an adult, you shouldn't hear anything above sort of 16,000 hertz. It's too much. You know, some teenagers, you can use an alarm, the teenage alarm. You can put it outside your building and it makes high frequency noises. If you're an adult, you can't hear. So if you're over 18, you should stop hearing it. But if you're under 18, it's really irritating. It's like a mosquito buzz. I can still hear it. And we do this thing with my year 9s at school. When I test them just for fun at the end of the lesson, how good the hearing is. So I start at about 0 or sometimes 2,000 hertz, and I go all the way to 20,000 hertz after that. It's ultrasound. And they initially all have to stand up, and they have to remain standing up while they can still hear the sound. And obviously some will start sitting down sooner rather than later. I end up being the one up. Sometimes I'm one of the last 4 standing. And I'm much older. I'm more than double the age and I can still hear it. So I think it could be to do with ultrasound. I had my treatment, but I was not well Thursday, Friday. And then my friends came yesterday and we got lucky. I don't know if you can see, but it's really sunny. It's sunny. It's like the first sunny day. And yesterday the sun came out just as we were about to roll in the barbecue to light it up. We were all prepared with waterproofs and umbrellas. If you live in this country, you know what I talk about. Like, you can do barbecue in the rain. We were all ready with all the friends to bring the waterproofs as well. They do a lot of hiking, so they do have the stuff. But the sun came out, so we just basked in the sun and we sat outside and had barbecue. It was really nice. But I guess I'm quite old. I like my routine. And as much as I love to have my friends over, we don't do that often because it changes my daily routine. You have to entertain them, you have to stay up later. And yeah, they left. My husband took them to the train station and I've just done a bit of a clean, put the laundry on, and I'm ready to stitch. So what I'm going to show you is my Fox's watercolors. I need to re-roll it anyway. So I have removed my stretches. I just have my bars. And that's how much I've done on this piece. So last time I'm showing you to it, I had the leaf in the middle done. And I told you about starting the second flower, this flower, and doing a couple of petals. I've done 2 petals here. Can't see anything. That piece is big. But I've now done all the way to the stalk. And I'm starting on the purple bits on the bottom. And I've done a mistake because when I found all the threads, I'll show you. When I found all the threads, I had to change them from the cards to the packer organizer. And I think I switched the 2 colors. And Lanarte kits, they just give you the key and they give you the number. They don't tell you what color that thread is. Not DMC color, nothing. They don't even tell you what shade it is. So I've mixed colors 26 and 27. And I actually stitched this whole thing in the middle in the wrong color. And I stitched it and I was like, this is really bright pink. It's a wrong shade. It should be dark. So to compare, I scrolled back to my first flower, found the same symbol and realized, yeah, I put the threads in the row. I switched them when I was changing from organizer to organizer. So I've ripped this whole bit. It's not empty. And once I put them back on the stretches, that's what I'm going to work. I'm going to do the middle part. I'm going to show you again. I'm going to do the middle. And I think I'm going to do this bright orange petal on the top, just to complete it. And I will be matching there, just like on the first flower. And that's what I'm going to do. I still have my needle from 6 years ago. Like, massive. I think it must be size 22. I stitch now with just size 26 or 28. I have some size 24, but I don't like them as much. So yeah, that's my foxes. You can see. Love this project. I was just watching the lovely Array video, her latest updates, her latest whips, the one she put in. And she talked about her 2 starts. She only did 2 starts in her Stitch Mania. And she said that the reason she's doing it because she feels that she needs to have quite a lot of the progress to see her work. And I think she just put it in the best possible way. I think that's exactly why I cannot do too many projects. When I start, I'm weird. I don't like starting projects. I don't like pushing. It's fun to put all the materials together and you can play with it. But you need at least 3 solid days of work to get your head around the symbols, to get to know your pace, to know where everything is, to switch to the count you're using on the fabric, just to see how you might have to change the tension of the thread you're working with so that the stitches look really, really nice and even. So if I just got an update open. That's my problem. I need at least 3 days. And I find that if I switch from project to project really quickly, it takes away the fun for me. I like to just sit and stitch and not to think about it too much. Particularly if I had a busy day. If I had a busy day, I can't deal with it. I just want to sit and have something to go. So I don't know. This week is going to be really, really stressful for me. It's a lot of work and I have 3 evenings. 2 of them are work. I will be at work until at least 8 in the evening. And I start at school at 7:30. So I do start quite early. I have Wednesday busy because I'm going to see a friend. And then my husband is going on a business trip on a Thursday, so I'm not going to see him Friday. Friday I have free evening, but then Saturday, Sunday I'm doing the practice for the Duke of Edinburgh, so I'm going to go hiking with the school. I'm going to sleep in a tent outside. Please the weather keep. I have an inflatable mattress, but I would rather not use it. I don't like sleeping in the tent when it's really rainy and really cold and miserable. But yeah, so Saturday and Sunday I will effectively be working full days until I give the kids I'm in charge to their parents at 6 o'clock in the evening on Sunday. So it will not be much stitching. When I get back home on Sunday, I will make a video just to show what I've stitched that week. but I'm not gonna make a video until then because I will be really busy. Yeah, just one of those weeks. But yeah, exciting things before I put my FF4 with the glare in. I've got something in the post. I got 2 French magazines I'll show you, which I love. And I got my fabric from Stephanie. Stand up so you can see it better. It's quite pretty. Looks like a sky, and that's the other side. I like this side more, I think, because it has more of the clouds. It's rather large. It's 28 count Joblin, 26 by 36 inches in Nantucket sky. I love Joblin. So soft. It's really, really, really soft. I can't wait to start. And what's gonna go on this fabric? You just fold it so I can show it to you. What's gonna go on this fabric is gonna be that Russian kit I was talking to you about before, by the new Russian brand. Сделай своими руками. I never told you that the kit is called Королевство книг, which literally translates as the kingdom of the books. And I told you I'm gonna substitute the fabric, which is Ida in the kit. I'm not gonna stitch all of the woods to look like a shelf. I'm gonna put it onto this fabric so it looks like the sky. It will look like the city. And if the tops of the houses blend in with my fabric choice, I will just outline them, either with the white or with something which matches. But I think it will look nice, and I have not seen anyone doing that substitution with the kids on Instagram, so I might be the first one to try. I like trying, I like playing. I'm still scared of the fabric. I think I like working with a simple background and let the colors shine for themselves, so the designs. Like, I'm still not brave enough to not use recommended fabric for Mirabilia, for example. I would just go for Permin, or Wiltshire, as they call them in America. But I'll give this a go, and if I like it, I will definitely be ordering more fabric from Stephanie Hand-Dyed Fabrics, because they're beautiful. And she has some wonderful, wonderful colors. Right, I've got 2 magazines, and I've got really nice comments. Thank you to those of you who commented specifically. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you said you liked the 2 French books I've shown. So there's French magazines. I bought them from Belgium shop because it's in English. I can buy it from an English translatable website. This is Creation Point de Craft. So cross stitch, point de craft, cross stitch, creations and cross stitch. And this is a special issue. And every single design in this book is done by Veronique Edinger, the same woman who's done the book. And I have the ad at the back for something you can buy from the Parisian stitchers. It's a nice boutique, and they have an English translatable website. So English, Russian, and French. Yes, I'm going to show you designs really quickly. I've seen this. I'll put a link. There is a Russian blogger, not a blogger, the Russian YouTube channel woman. She lives in France. So she's done a wonderful review of this book in Russian. And I got really interested in it. And I was like, that looks really nice. I might purchase it because I like the style. That's the first 2. They're absolutely equal size. So you can use them as a matching pair. Sweet pea. All the colors are DMC. They give you all the colors. They recommend the fabric. They tell you all how many threads you have to stitch. It's another matching design. So Jasmine and Petunia. Petunia and Jasmine. Beautiful. And if you look at the chart, it's in color. The chart is in color. Very easy to read. Really good size. Then you have 2 bird cages. She likes bird cages. She has some of the books. And you can decorate this on the chart. It says you can put the actual bird feather. But you can't see it here. And I guess if you like small birds, you can, for this one, you could potentially put some real feathers as well over the stitched one. Give it a bit more depth. Yeah, hydrangea, love hydrangeas. Absolutely love it. Maybe that's one flower I should plant more. And this. beautiful. And they give it to you in 2 colors, so they stitch just in 1 color each, but you can reverse. You can have your hydrangeas in pink. You can swap the colors. They give you 2 options in the chat section. Again, it's something simple. Those ones, they stitch on a darker fabric. Just makes the white color pop more. It's beautiful. They have an ad, I'll show you. This is the advertisement for the regular magazines of what style they do. I have several of them. I haven't stitched anything yet. And you can subscribe. And I think you can subscribe abroad. So if you go on the website, it's in English as well. You can choose an English option. You can subscribe and you can have an overseas subscription, so you can get it in America. I should be able to get it if I wanted to. Right, the reason why I got excited and bought it is to do with the Botanic series samplers of the flowers. I have several. And it looked beautiful when the girl was showing it in her video. But now I've seen it, I'm not so sure. I think they're not detailed enough to invest in the whole series. But as a pillow, I love it. So that's the blue flowers. Nice and simple. There's another one. They're all same size, so you can put them all on the same wall. Life, love, glycemia. Wisteria, I love wisteria. Every year we think we're going to finally buy one, about £120 as a tree. And every year we say we're going to do it next year. We need to invest in the metal railings to go for it on the wall. The green collection. Orange, I love the tiger lilies and the rose. She has the whole series on flowers, Botanic series, which I intend to stitch it someday, one of those days. And just one for the roses. I think she has six different roses, and I have 5 of them already bought. A patterns for. I love this. Sort of meadowy and a daffodil. This would look beautiful in April, just to cheer up, just to bring a little bit more color into your life. In the spring. I love April and May. I think April and May are generally my 2 favorite months because everything is just blooming. But this year the weather was really rubbish. And it wasn't the usual spring. It didn't start in time. And when it did, it got cold. And a lot of flowers that just died. Beautiful rose. Beautiful fuchsias on the top. But I have to say, I'm slightly disappointed. I did expect more. I think it's the last one. I did expect more. When I first saw it, I thought, wow. Forget about the series I already have charts for. I could do all of this. Put them over my staircase. I have a large wall which is still blank. The wall I'm secretly aiming to put all of my memorabilia designs over. This, however, was not a disappointment. This was a very pleasant surprise. I expected much less of it. This is a calendar. It has a little haul of all the previews I'm going to show. So it's the same company. So Creations Point de Croix. And this is the agenda. So this is the calendar for this year. And they give you 12 designs, 1 for each month. I love all of them. I really love all of them. That's for the January. And they give you a pouch. You can do a bread baguette bag or laundry bag. If you go on the website, the Parisieners, this one, the Broderie Parisienne, go on the website. Did they give you the website? Yes, .com. They have partially stitched things. I've stitched some pouches as present. I have 2 in my stash, which I'm about to stitch. So if I pull them out, I will show you. They give you already stitched item. Finished, like they give you whole pouch, sewn, not stitched, sewn. And you just add your design. So the lining still has an opening. You can put your hand through it and you can stitch. So you can have a very similar pillows with that fabric. You can buy fabric from them if you want it done exactly like this. This is not exactly my style, so this is probably one design I'm least excited about. And they give you color chart in DMC after that. Everything else is going to look like a kitchen sampler. February. I can do it for my friend. She's Portuguese. My best friend is Portuguese, and she loves blue. It reminds her of home. This one. And she has an open style kitchen slash dining room, so she could put it on. Love this. I love egg cups. I think they're beautiful. I don't know where, like I might stitch it and put it inside the cupboard so you can open it and have a little bit of a smile. But I'm not sure this is something I want to look at every day. This is the simplest one. Very easy to stitch. I would not choose that fabric because I think it's way too white and it blends with the design. I would go for something darker. Same for this one. Very early 17th century German porcelain. Something Catherine the Great would have approved of. I love porcelain. But if I want something porcelain, I'm probably gonna go for Fia Governor because she has much more detailed examples. But this one I've seen before. I've seen this sold as a kit, as a pattern on the website. Here now I have a chart. If you're into picnics, you can decorate your picnic basket. You can put it inside the lid. You have a tea cozy. Again, I'm not really into cupcakes. Okay, I'm gonna say something controversial. I hate cupcakes. Don't like angel cakes or cupcakes. I think they're just pure sugar. They give me sugar rush. I get tipsy on the amount of sugar. I think there's too much insulin floating through my blood. I like scones. I would rather have a scone, but I'm not that keen. This is quite, sorry guys, I like those more complicated, like a blanche with the delicate fingers. Right, this is the one I think I'm gonna stitch first from here. I will definitely go for much darker fabric as a background, and what I will do with this, I'm gonna stitch it for my mom. My mom, she loves to watch TV. I don't have a TV. I don't, but my mom, she loves TV. She has several. And she likes to have her tea or her coffee on a tray. So what I will do, I will stitch this and I will finish it as a tray. You know, you can buy those wooden trays, the glass. So I can lift the glass, put my stitching in, and I put the glass back on to secure it. And I think she would really like it. She loves the style. I will go with the new kitchen. My mom is moving with my grandmother because my grandmother is quite old. So they're gonna live together, and I think it will work well. And I will change. They give you the alphabet. This is the A. I mean, it will work with my name, but not with my mom. So I will change this to O, so it looks like it's hers. I'll change Venetia. Teapots, lots of teapots. I have a tea cupboard, but it's not big enough to put this in, unless I stitch it on count 50. If I stitch it on count 50, towel, really pretty towel, tiny designs. You can buy the towel from that website, just blank. You can decorate it. But I think soon So Stitch sells them, and Sajou, the French shop, sells them as well. Yeah, so Agenda 2016, and I bought it in Belgium. I just googled it and they linked me to a Belgian website and I purchased them. And they came lovely wrapped really quickly in the post. My soon so purchase has arrived, but just part of it. So I got the fabric and I got 2 Mill beads I ordered. Because one of them is the same color I'm using in my Sleeping Princess and Mirabilia, and I wasn't sure if I'm gonna run out or not. and I'm gonna stitch more Mirabilis, so I think I'll need it anyway. But I ordered 2 new pink, new to me, Petite Treasure Braid cards, and they still haven't arrived because I only have about 2 meters left and I need more. So the moment you were waiting for, at least I was waiting for, I picked this up yesterday from the framers. This is my box of delights, now fully finished. I left the fabric so I didn't have to put any mount. This is a museum quality glass. This cost me an arm and a leg to frame. I'm going to sit sideways so you can see it. This is 28 count. I think it's 28 counts. I used Anchor Black, just like Amanda, the Milky Bar. Please, Amanda, come back to YouTube. I loved your videos. I loved your videos. You should make more of them. She was the first person who told me that it gives you better coverage, and I have a lot of anchor thread left, so I'm just now stitching with the anchor. So all the black is anchor. Every single piece which has a metallic in it, I use Petite Treasure Braid. I'm not gonna work with anything else if I can help it. I used as many Georgery Designs threads as I could. A part of black I used anchor. I used DMC red, the crazy 666, I think it's just for this one, to give it better definition. And some of the green ones, like this one, this is Ghost. I had Wix dye work on one of those, but this is definitely Georgery Design. Georgery Design here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you as up close as I can. Probably better if I take a video of my phone. But I don't remember what color I've used for what. It was an absolute pleasure to stitch. It was just so much fun. I even loved the black work. I probably loved the black work just as much as I loved feeling the little boxes in. My mom was here last year when I started stitching at bank holiday, first bank holiday in May last year, and she liked it and she wanted me to give it to her, but then my husband saw it and he liked it, and he's not usually enthusiastic about my work, so this is staying. I need to find a place to put it. This box, this one, I'm going to put it up close. It has massive French notes. And because of that box, it took 4 weeks to frame this piece together. They had to, if I put on the side, you can see how big the gap is between the glass and the frame. They use those fillers, the silicone fillers, to support it. And what I've done wrong when I chose it, the thread count was not even with. I don't remember what fabric it is, but it's not even with 28 count, it's something else. And you can see that it's slightly stretched, it looks elongated. Like, this is the correct way, and this is sideways. You can see that it's not square. It should be square, but it's not square. It's entirely my fault. For this design, if you haven't started it, I would suggest go for even weave. I mean, I don't mind. I still like it. Still gonna keep it and put it on the wall. It took about 2 weeks to stitch, but I had a massive break. Beautiful. Going back to the Lovely Array video, she's showing is her major whip. She worked 19 days on it. There's a new Rosalind Maynard design. Beautiful, beautiful black work. I bought the chart after watching her purchases. I have the chart and I'm tempted because I do miss the black work. I realize how relaxing, how mindless, but at the same time entertaining the black work is. It's really nice. So I might be tempted to do it, but I have too many projects I'd like to start. So what I'm going to do this week, I'm going to stitch the fuchsias because it's going to be the least stressful part for me. when I come back from work. And when I don't feel like stitching it, I will work on that necklace I showed you last time. And I think that would be it for me this week. So when I come back next Sunday to show my progress, I'm hoping, coming back, I'm hoping, remember this one is all done. I've done those two, and I'm done all of this, and I'm now working here. I'm hoping to either finish those two and all of the background here, so it's complete top, or that I've finished all of this purple with the back stitch, so it's complete bottom, one of the two. I really want it finished. I'm not keeping this piece. As soon as it's finished, it's going to my grandmother, so she can decorate her room. She loves flowers. She used to have beautiful country's house. When my grandfather died, they lived in the country, and she had a massive garden, lots of flowers. So I know she's gonna miss the color in her life. And the project, as I'm seeing it now, it looks really realistic, and I think it will look lovely in her bedroom. So this is gonna go to her. When I finish, I show the finished piece. I'm not gonna frame it. I'll just send it over, and she can choose the frame herself. She knows her furniture. She likes certain schemes, so she can adjust it. I think choosing the frame is quite personal. It can become quite personal. I probably would have finished exactly the same way, but she might choose something else. And I'm also going to show you when I do the packaging. The two pieces, I did two Michael Powell pieces, the tiny Venice 1 and Venice 2. Because I thought I liked them, I had a go, and I thought before I buy the large, invest in buying the large Venice triptych. There are 3 pictures together, but you can stitch them as one, always 3 parts. I'll do the 2 small ones. I've done the 2 small ones. They're fun to stitch. They're really quick. And I substituted the fabric for them, so I stitched them on, even though it's not either. Because the one I bought was on either. You can buy them on even with straight. It doesn't match my house. I fell out of love with it. It's nice, but not for my house. So I'm gonna send them to my mom. I'll show it to you before I do. And this for my grandmother. I think they would love it. There's no point keeping the finish if it doesn't make you happy. It made me happy while I work on it, but if it doesn't make me happy looking at it, I'll give it to someone who will be happy looking at it. So it will be a win-win. Right, see you guys next week. Bye.